How's it going, guys? Stas here. Welcome back to another video. So the markets are bouncing back in a substantial way today, guys. Finally, we're talking the S&P's up 1.8%, the Dow's up 1.4%, the Russell's up over 2.2%, and the Nasdaq is up around 2 to 2.1% as the VIX is down 9%. So we're going to break down the charts here and some stocks I'm watching, which pretty much every stock on my watch list right now is moving, guys. So we have a lot to cover. Smash the like button, make sure to subscribe, and get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Use that link down below or go to stassurfest.com/Moomoo. Deposit at least $100, you get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000, you get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer, so use that link, get your 30 stocks, and with that being said, cheers, let's dive into it. So again, awesome bounce back day for stocks today. The VIX is down almost 10%. Now it's in the low 20s after being, I think, did it hit over 30? I think at one point it might have got pretty dang close. Let's just say that. Yeah, we hit 29.50. I think that might have been on Monday or Tuesday. Either way, we're now down back to the low 20s, which still is a pretty high level for the VIX. I mean, if we're looking here on the one-year chart, we're still pretty elevated, but we are coming down, and the lower it gets, the better, right? Ideally, it gets back into the teens, right around, 10, 15. That's a healthy spot for the VIX. Well, I guess if you're day trading, you want the VIX to be higher up there, but I'll take it. I'll take it. A nice bounce back day for stocks here. And if I start breaking down these indexes, guys, let me pull up SPY here and show you what's going on. We're now testing the high of the week, which you guys can see this week we hit 563.4-ish multiple times. We hit that on Monday and Tuesday, it looks like, and now we're testing it again. So I guess you can say this entire week we've been trading sideways in this channel right here. You guys can see support's been about 550, resistance at about 562 to 564. So we're testing it now. We're at the top of this resistance here, guys, which I don't know. I mean, we have 2 hours left of trading now. I don't know if it's necessarily going to break out of there today, but next week, if we take out the mid 560s back over and get back over to 570, that would be ideal for the bulls. Very, very ideal, right? Because as of now, we're not fully breaking out yet. I mean, yes, we are above the moving averages on the 30-minute chart, which is nice. But on the 1-hour chart here on SPY, we're still under the 180 SMA, which has been resistance, obviously, throughout this entire drop. So I would like to see SPY, whether it's later today, which is unlikely, but next week for sure, I'd like to see it break out of the mid 560s, 570 plus. That would take us above the 180 SMA here on the 1-hour chart, and that's where a legitimate reversal could be coming. Because as of now, the reality is, guys, yes, we're green, the VIX is down, things are looking all good right now, but the reality is we're not fully breaking out. This could be a bull trap, and the same thing applies here on QQQ, right? It's up over 2%. We're testing the week high here, which on the 5-day, you guys will be able to see. We are right at 480, which was the high from a couple of days ago. So if we're able to break out of that, right, and start pushing out of this 180 SMA on the 1-hour chart here, that's where things could get interesting, to say the least. That's where we could really start taking out or breaking out here, on QQQ. So I'm going to set my alert for now at $482 on QQQ. Mark is at or above, and I'll monitor that. And of course, we'll do updates here on the channel, guys. So make sure to subscribe, as by the way, we're on the road to 100,000 subs on YouTube. Cheers to that, by the way, guys. I appreciate all your support. I think we're at 52, 53K subs right now. You guys are awesome. So that is how we're looking now. Beautiful day for stocks. but don't get too excited in the short term quite yet, because we are still in a downtrend on the 1 hour time frame, at least on SPY and QQQ. And these levels that I mentioned in this video so far, the bulls have to break out of them, and time will tell whether it's today, which again is unlikely, or at some point next week, which we'll see. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. So let me show you now stocks that are going bananas. We have OKLO, which you guys probably know all about. This one's up 10% on the day, and even though it's down about 50%, it looks like over 50% from the all-time high here, we're still maintaining trend. Do you guys see this on OKLO? We're fighting now to hold a higher low. I mean, it kind of looks like we are already at this trend line. If this thing bounces back over 27, 28, we have a wide open window here up to about the mid-high 30s, up to that 180 SMA on the 4-hour chart, where there could be an opportunity. And by the way, earnings are coming up for OKLO in, I think, about a week, next week at some point, or the week after. No, week after. So it looks like in 10 calendar days from today. So what is that? Not this Tuesday, but the Tuesday after that, I believe, we're going to get OKLO. So this one's for sure worth watching in general heading into earnings, but especially if the market as a whole continues pushing. This one is obviously a high beta growth stock. This could see a huge move, man, if we continue pushing here on these indexes, which again is totally possible. So OKLO, I'm watching it. ARM Holdings, I'm also watching. This broke trend, which I'm not loving, but it is up over 4.5% or right around 4.5% on the day. And I think it's just way oversold. I mean, we have a bullish divergence on the RSI. I think if we get any substantial rebound in the stock market and we retake 122 to 125 on ARM Holdings, which was support for months. Now we're under it. It's resistance. If we're able to retake that level on any rebound, this could fly, especially in a market rebound scenario. So I'm going to set my alert on this at $123 per share. Mark is at or above. And by the way, guys, I send out my top stocks weekly for free right to your email. If you guys aren't on the email list yet, join it. It's linked right down below. Cheers to that, man. Again, it's free. You might as well get in there, guys. So what else is moving? We have CrowdStrike up another 4.5%, baby. Let's go. CrowdStrike, I added more a couple of days ago. I think it was earlier this week at about 306. Talk about a great buy there. Now we're at 347, so we're up a good chunk on that buy. And overall, man, it did break trend. I'm not going to lie. CrowdStrike did break trend here. We have a death cross as well, still intact. But it looks like it's trying to rebound. We're popping over this 50 SMA on the 4-hour chart. We kind of have a cup and handle as well. Do you guys see that cup handle? You might be able to see it a bit better on this 30-minute. Excuse me, guys. Yep, you got a cup and handle. You also have an inverse head and shoulders kind of in the making. You guys see right here, we have the left shoulder, boom. Got the head right here, boom. Right shoulder as well, if it wants to work. There we go. So CrowdStrike, I actually like it as a long term. I'm in it as a long term, but I'm also eyeing it up for a trade here. You know, if it continues this breakout, which as of now, it's looking pretty dang good, in my opinion. What else do we got here, guys? What else is moving? We have Chewy moving. I think they're reporting earnings soon, or maybe they did already. No, they're soon here, guys. So this is definitely one worth watching in about a week. It might be the same day as OKLO or 2 days after OKLO on the 26th of this month. So we are in a position now where we're pretty oversold on Chewy, no doubt. The uptrend is still intact, right? Even though we have a death cross and we're under the moving averages, keep that in mind. The uptrend is still intact, so I'm eyeing this up and I'm like, okay, if we get good earnings, or maybe even before earnings, we might start to rally, but definitely after earnings, if we get good earnings, or not definitely, but I'm thinking we might rally on this thing. It's oversold. It's clear that, the stock's waiting for earnings. We're down almost 20% from high. So Chewy is one that I think is oversold. We'll see how numbers come out in about 2 weeks, less than 2 weeks here. Those will be coming out. And it looks like some big tech names are looking phenomenal here as well today. We have Meta up over 2%, although it's not fully reversing, obviously. I mean, none of these are really fully reversing yet. We're just seeing a nice bounce back, but Meta, I think, will reverse ultimately when the stock market gets that boost, the big boost of a rebound, whatever you want to call it. I think Meta is going to be one of the first big tech names to really start taking off. My alert's already set at 635. Those were the highs from a couple of months ago. If we get out of there, if we start breaking moving averages, we might be on fire, going hot from there, guys. And Netflix is also moving and grooving, up around 2.5% today. Uptrends intact. We're not fully breaking out yet, but we are at the 50 SMA now. We're testing it, which if this breaks at about 9, 10, 15, this might be taking off even further. So I like the way Netflix is setting up all these stocks pretty much, but I'm waiting for further confirmation on these. What do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. Hit the like button. Feel free to subscribe here on YouTube as we're on the road to 100,000 subs. And don't forget to get your 30 stocks from Moomoo. Open up your account, deposit at least $100. You get 5 stocks. Deposit at least $2,000. You get 25 more stocks, and your uninvested cash now will earn up to 8.1% APY. Guys, I'm telling you, it's a no-brainer. Check it out. Link down below, or go to stocksurfs.com/Moomoo. And with that being said, cheers. I'll catch you guys in the next video.